And these are, like, this length would be for belt, or, I mean, not length, this width.
You could, yeah, I actually used this for trim and for straps on a bag. This one is straps on a dress. This one for
And this is wool.
all of this is wool. This one is silk, and these are linen.
Did you make this one?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the one that's on it?
Linen is very temperamental.
Is
It's
it?
really easy to work, but there's no stretch to it. With wool and cotton and silk, there's a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit
there's
of
a lot
give
of
to it.
stretch.
You can use as many colors as you want. You can go as wide as you want. Depends on how many cards you want to use. Like I said, for our period, you're going to use, for my period, you're going to use wool, silk, or linen. Once you get into the later periods, you can go ahead and use cotton because they found cotton by now. If you are, when you're reading a pattern, which I should have done this when I made the patterns up, there's always 4 boxes on the pattern that are the pattern piece. So you're looking at the pattern there. So this will either be a letter or a color, depending on how they made the pattern up.
So those 4 correspond
with
to
the 4 holes in this.
Gotcha.
So the string you have here, this would be a white string. The white string would go through A, and a white string would go through B in this first card. In the second card, you've got 3 white strings, and in the D hole down here, you're going to put a yellow one.
Okay.
So it's
All
just
right.
that you've just taken your card and opened it up.
Got it.
And that's how you read, that's all you have to do to read the pattern as far as the colors go.
Okay, but
right.
then across the bottom, that tells you how many strings.
This
you're
is
gonna
how
have?
many cards you have. Each
many
one of
cards
these
you
rows is a card.
Okay.
Okay, so in this pattern, there's 10 cards.
Is that a lot?
No.
No, that's actually small.
In this pattern, I had 28 cards. Times 4, I strung up a crap load of strings.
So you had 28 cards per. 4
Strings
per card. 28 cards. Okay,
Is a boatload.
that might be too many for me.
Yeah.
So this.
So 10 is 40. It's 40 strings.
40 strings. Okay.
So that's not hard to do. Okay.
Okay. So I get it.
Okay. The other thing you have to look at when you're looking at the pattern is this little thing down here.
Okay.
All right. That's going to show you which way the string has to go through the card. Right. So now you're looking at the card. Let me undo this.
You just want one of mine.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So now you're going to look at the card. I always, when I'm doing this, I always have the front of my card facing this way.
So
That's just my pattern. And this one says that the string has to go that way. All right?
So why does that mark mean that the string has to go that way?
Now pretend you're looking at the card like this.
Okay.
Okay? See how that line goes that direction? And these lines go that direction.
I get it. Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of subtle, but they're turned, so
Yes.
they're angled. Okay.
And what this does is it makes the pattern come to a point. If you had these going in the opposite directions, the top of your diamond wouldn't look like a diamond. It would look like something different because the strings are going this way, away from each other, in the weave.
So you have these. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are
Go
going
this way.
one direction, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 point towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. There's other ways to write this. There's S's and Z's.
Oh, for
Okay.
one direction and then the other direction.
So it's supposedly, if you hold the card up, it's supposed to look like an S when it comes through. So it goes like this, and that's an S, and if it goes like this and like this, it's a Z.
I
I like
a lot
that.
of that online. A lot
Yes.
of people like that method.
Right. I like this method because that's idiot-proof. 15 cards across.
15
and
cards
ABCD.
across.
We'll do this so it makes sense. Now, what I do for mine is I always have the edge is always a solid color.
Okay.
All right, so you want this mostly black with white
Yes.
in it. All right, so we're going to do, these are going to be black. I prefer that just because it gives it a cleaner edge and it makes it look a little bit cleaner. All right.
Okay.
Now, do you want a diamond in it? Do you want a couple diamonds in it? Because basically what you do, slap me another color other than blue. I can use whatever you got. Pencil.
Here. Oh, pencil. Here, let's do red.
Okay. So if you want a diamond, starting here, that's all you gotta do, you got a diamond. And this is gonna end up being a diamond because when you turn it forward, it'll go like this, and when you turn the cards backward, it'll do this one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So we could do, I think we can do this. Yeah.
So that would just be
2 diamonds running up next to each other the whole
along
way.
the whole thing of the belt.
Mhm.
And that's with 15 cards?
That's with 15 cards.
Okay, I actually can move that.
Yeah, you can put it on the floor too if you want. You can also leave this one white, since we're doing all black, and that'll get you a white spot in the middle of the diamond.
Just a little dot.
Mhm.
And that's the pattern.
And
That's
that's
it.
the pattern. What you're going to do, if you want it mostly black, all the rest of this is going to be black, and those are going to be your white strings. And you just created a pattern. And that's how easy it is.
That was easy.
So my pattern is going to be basically a diamond pattern, like yours, but just condensed a little bit. So my first card, it's going to go through that way. So what I'm going to do, go through the card, and then I just warp it on the loom. And I'm going to make it a little bit longer than yours. And there's a way to do it if you're using the same color. There's a way to do it like a continuous warp. I've tried it. It's like you want to pull your hair out straight. So basically what mine ends up being is a bunch of little knots at the end of it.
So you tie a knot, you
Cut it off,
and
and go to the next one.
go to the next card. And so card number 1 is furthest in,
Yes.
and then you just work them that way.
Mm-hmm.
How many feet is that? How many feet is that going to be?
I don't know, about that long. How long did we, it was like 9, not quite. It was like 5 or 6 feet.
See, with mine completely all hooked up, I would just get 5 feet. Come on, Farland.
Oh, so it's 4 strings per card.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. All right. So you don't move on until you have the whole
Card filled.
And the way your pattern is, the string goes through on one card. The string always goes through the same direction.
Has to. If you make the mistake of putting one string going the other direction on your card, it won't turn. And you'll be
Oh.
sitting there fighting with it because it works against itself and it won't go anywhere. So I have my first card warped up.
Okay, they're all going through the same direction, and that's it.
That's all there is to it.
All right. Well,
Jump in.
oh, and all the same color through the same card. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's what this is. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. This.
You might want to get one of those handles.
Oh, instead of that.
Yeah.
Now, where do I want this?
You want this probably as far away as you possibly can.
So that I can loosen it later.